on?
No, it's locked.
Okay, your rotation, is your rotation locked? Maybe that's why?
On the phone, no. Let's see. What's going on, people? What's going on? Just trying to fix this rotating thing. Give me 1 minute and we'll get to the subject at hand. I won't go. It will not go. What's going on, YouTube? YouTubers, what's cracking, man? Well, as you guys can see by the title, not good. Not good at all.
What do you prefer?
A
large? Just one large? 2 large? That's a lot.
Well, the title does not lie, fellas. Truck broke down. I don't know if you guys can remember. Oh, shucks. What the hell is this? I don't know if you guys can remember, but there was one time where I felt like the truck was shaking, and I couldn't and I thought it was the EGR valve. Well, come to find out, it wasn't the EGR valve. It was the actuator and the turbo, which is not a good thing, but I mean, the truck is still drivable. I can still drive it. I mean, I don't feel any difference, but when was it? I think it was Saturday. Saturday, I kind of felt the truck kind of like losing power, and instead of driving it like that, I decided to call my mechanic up, and I asked him if he can come to the yard and check out what the hell was going on with my truck, if he can put my truck on the computer. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll be over there right now. Well, when he came over, he hooked it up to the computer, to his laptop, and it showed that the actuator wasn't functioning right. So, he asked me if I could, if he wanted me to Mickey Mouse it. He said, you know what we could do? We could take the actuator out, and because there's a little, it's a little, I don't know, it's kind of thick, and it's up against the throttle, the turbo. Well, the actuator controls this. It makes this move up and down. Well, with so much carbon inside the turbo, this thing would get stuck, right? And that's what makes your actuator uh, throw out a false signal to your computer. So he took the actuator out, he checked it out, and the actuator was fine, but that little piece of metal was stuck. So he kept wiggling it, trying to get all the carbon out of it. But I mean, it wasn't a good thing. And so, he said, I think it's good to go. He put it back on the laptop. He did the dyno on it. Everything sounded good on it. The laptop said that the actuator passed the test. So I took it around the block. I drove the truck, and when I came back, I turned off the truck, and then I turned it back on, and he hooked up the laptop back onto the truck, and the actuator was not functioning right again. So instead of me working the truck, because my mechanic was like, you can still work your truck, you'll be fine. You just get a whole bunch of engine lights turn on and all this other crap, and I don't care whether you're a mechanic or not. No, I'm not gonna drive my truck like that. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Um, so let me show you guys the build. I've circled. Let's see if you guys can see it. There you go. Let me see. One more. All right, so I'll tell you the bill. For the turbo and the actuator is going to be $3,142.50. And then it comes with a bunch of little stuff. Let me see. Got a gasket, got a seal ring. Uh, hey, what's going on, game? What's up, bro? Thanks for tuning in. Let me see what else we got. We got an O-ring for $40, another gasket for 93 cents, and then a turbine for $11.27, a seal for $6.34, and a stud for 53 bucks and 16 cents. So I mean, got to do what you got to do. I mean, you know, mechanic says you can run it, and most of the times I will take the mechanic's word for it and run the truck, but I'm not gonna run the truck. If the actuator's out and that little part of the turbo is not functioning right, and the actuator controls it, no, there's no way I'm gonna run that truck and mess something else up on it. But the good thing is I caught it in time, and so we're gonna get that done tomorrow. Today is what's today? Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. So we're gonna get that done tomorrow. So yeah, 3,142 bucks. That's what it's costing me to fix that turbo and actuator. So it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But wow. What's going on, game? Uh Thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, appreciate you. In case you don't know about my channel, talk about freightliners, how to fix them, what to do in an emergency and stuff like that. So if you have any questions on freightliners, now is the time. Soul Child, my brother, what's going on, bro? Long time no hear from you. Yeah, Soul Child, guess what? My turbo went out on my truck, bro. So get that sucker fixed. It's costing me $3,142.50 to fix that song, basically. What you think about that, bro? So yeah, it was is it a good thing? Yeah, it's a good thing. The truck is a 2008. It's pretty old, and been trying to keep up on it, but stuff happens, stuff happens to trucks, and the truck could have been my fault that the turbo went out on it, because as you guys know, I've been little by little working on the truck, trying to update it, trying to get it right, and it's had a few drivers in it. So I can't say it wasn't coming because it was. If Cheyenne, what's up, bro? Uh, I can't say it wasn't coming because it happens. It happens. It's had a few drivers, and drivers drive them trucks like they're stolen. They really don't care about them. So uh, I can't sit here and sob over it because you know it happens to trucks. It happens to trucks, and all you can do is keep pushing and get it fixed, and let's go get our next load. That's all we can do. Uh, Shy. Yeah, bro. Just like the title says, the truck broke down. My turbo went out on it. What are some of the signs to know when the turbo is going out? Well, this is the sign that I got, Cheyenne. Um, a couple weeks ago, uh, the truck started feeling a little rough, so I took out the EGR valve and I cleaned it out. I did a video on that. I cleaned it out. Well, I want to say last week, I was riding down the freeway and I felt like it lost a little bit of power. Your truck. You drive that truck every day. So your truck. So I felt like it lost a little power. So I called my mechanic and I told him, "Hey, can you come and dyno my truck?" He charged me $40 just to put it on the laptop. So he came over to the yard and checked out the truck, put it on the computer, and sure enough, it was the laptop was saying that it was the actuator, but uh, it wasn't the actuator; it was the turbo. But my mechanic said, "You know what, Victor? We can take the actuator out, and there might be too much carbon in there. We can just shake it out, slap it back on, calibrate it back into the turbo with the laptop, and you'll be good to go." And he goes, "I'll charge you $100 for that." And I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, go for it." So he did it and took it apart, and there's this little piece of steel that's on the turbo like this, and it goes like this. Well, the actuator controls that little piece of steel, and every time my mechanic went like this, it would get stuck right here. So he would have to get some pliers and just keep going like this to try to loosen up the carbon that was making that stuck. So he did it a few times, and it seemed like it just got loose. It wasn't getting stuck no more. So he stuck the actuator back on the turbo, uh, hooked up the laptop to the truck, recalibrated the actuator into the turbo, and he said, "Take the truck for the ride and see what happens." So I took it for a spin. I went around the block, came back, turned the truck off, and then turned the truck back on. When I turned the truck back on, the code was there again. So he put the laptop to it, and he said, "Your turbo's out." He goes, "It's not completely out." He goes, "You can still work it. You can still go." And you know what? Most of the times I do pay attention to the mechanics, but that's common sense to me. It's my turbo, my actuator. I mean, that's what's giving it power. That's what's giving my truck power. Why would I drive something like that and mess something else up? And sometimes I consider my mechanics like a doctor. They're gonna tell me the truth. And even though the truck doesn't feel any different, it's running like a champ. I'm not gonna drive that truck like that. I'd rather fix the turbo, fix the actuator. Oh, and by the way, that charge right there of $3,142.50. When you buy it from Freightliner, it comes with the actuator, so you actually get the turbo and the actuator already together. So, is it a good deal? Of course not. It's never a good deal when you got to come out of pocket with that much money. But I rather put a slap on a brand new turbo on that truck and actuator than to go buy a used one. How much it costs at a dealership? At the dealership, I got the bill right here, bro. Got the bill right here. Let's see if you can see the bill. I circled it. It's $3,142.50. And then the rest of the stuff on the bottom is just little stuff that it needs. It needs some kind of gasket, seal ring, O-ring, another gasket, a turbine, a seal, and a stud. And it all comes down to $3,142. It's not bad, Shy. It's not bad. I mean, like I was saying earlier, it's an older truck. It's had a lot of drivers in it, and you know, my drivers drove that truck like it was stolen. So it was kind of my fault because I really didn't pay attention to that truck until now. Now I'm beginning to pay attention to it. So we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it the turbo. I'm gonna get the turbo tomorrow. Uh, how much your mechanic gonna charge you to install it? He's gonna charge me $300. Big Tex Trucking. Thanks for being in the neighborhood. Hope you get it fixed. Yeah, Big Tex. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow it'll be installed. Today we just had to take the turbo and the actuator off. Well, I say we. I didn't take it off. I was too damn lazy today. It's too damn hot down here in Southern California today. The mechanic took it off, and then I took it to Freightliner. I took the core to Freightliner because the core, they were gonna charge me $625 if I didn't return the core. So I returned the core, and I got the new turbo and the actuator. So uh, I just told my mechanic, you know what, because he wanted to do it all today, but I was like, you know what, it's too hot, dude. Just go home and come and do it tomorrow. We don't need to be out here in this heat. Not that I needed to be there, but he's a mechanic. So I was like, nah, just go home, man. Your money is here. Just go home and tomorrow you can install it. Early in the morning. Nice. I need to find a good mechanic I can trust like you. Yeah, I know, bro. It's hard. It's hard to find good mechanics. Most mechanics, they're either ripping you off or they're doing some raggedy ass work on your truck just to get you out of the way. So it's hard. But Shy, even my mechanic, he was trying to tell me go ahead and drive the truck. I'll be fine. I'm not gonna drive the truck like that. Which it was fine. I drove it for when I felt the little slip on the power of the truck. I still drove it for I don't know, I would say 42 miles. It didn't slip anymore. It felt great. It was driving like a champ. But like I said, even my mechanic was telling me, "Oh, you can still work it, Victor. Go ahead and work it." I'm not gonna work it. It's the turbo. It's the turbo. I mean, that's what gives it power. That's what gives my engine power. So you see what I mean? Even if you think you trust your mechanic, for a mechanic to give me some that kind of advice to still run the truck like that, he's not that good of a mechanic. So I'm not saying he's a bad mechanic. I'm just saying, you don't give that kind of advice to anybody. And yeah, I'm still gonna have him put the turbo on. uh, what do you say, Big Tex? You made the right call. I would not have. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Tex. Yeah, but it's like you say, Shy. It's hard to find a good mechanic. It's not easy. And taking your truck to the dealer, forget it. I called the dealer and asked him how much they would charge me to put the turbo and the actuator on. You know what they told me? $635. Takes an hour and 20 minutes to put that turbo and actuator on. That was ridiculous. I was like, what? You're crazy. Oh, because we have to dyno it. We gotta. Come on, man. I'm a truck driver, man. That don't mean I don't know anything about trucks. So, yeah. But it's fine. Like I said, it's just something that happens when you don't take care of your truck. As you guys can see on my previous videos, I do try to take care of that truck. I try to, but I've been kind of lagging. I've tried to do it on a weekly basis where I'm putting something on it that needs to be done. But I think this last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I just been lagging on it. But uh, I'm glad I caught the turbo and the actuator because can you imagine if I was in Bone, Egypt, and that truck just gave out? Say I was on the second lane on the freeway, and that thing just gave out. They were gonna freaking charge me to tow it to the side and then tow it to my yard. That makes no sense. Come on, what, $600 just to tow it off the freeway, and then maybe $900 to tow it over to my yard. So let's play it safe. Let's park it. Let's get it fixed. Then we'll roll. We'll roll. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Uh, let's see what Big Tech says. Yeah, mine went out in El Paso a month ago. Cost me 2,500 in the middle of nowhere, and I live in Fort Worth. Wow. See what I mean, Big Techs? Yeah, here to hear that, bro. But yeah, that's the situation I didn't want to be in. I there's no need for me to be in that kind of situation. But it's like I try to tell people. It's like I try to tell people, the truck is gonna, it talks to you in its own way. It might lose power, a check engine light might turn on, you might pop the hood, and something's leaking, something's cracked, and if you don't take care of that, uh, eventually you're gonna pay out of pocket because the truck will try to tell you, this sensor is going out. You didn't replace it, so it's gonna break down somewhere, and you're gonna pay out of pocket for it. So yeah, this today is Wednesday, so this happened yesterday. This happened yesterday, and well, I caught this yesterday, so I went and got the turbo and the actuator today, and we'll get it fixed. We're gonna put it on the road. Most likely by Friday, it should be back, and we'll be ready to roll again. Cause the truck needs to be rolling. But again, keep your eye on your truck. Your truck is your money maker, and even me that I thought, I was trying to keep up where the truck would not break down on me. Where I would catch whatever was wrong with it. I didn't catch it. It was a little too late to catch it. But stuff happens. Stuff happens. I mean, everybody has a breakdown, but you'll have a worse breakdown if you don't keep your eye on your truck, if you don't keep your ear on your truck, if you don't feel what the truck is trying to tell you sometimes. Thank God I caught the loss of the power a little bit, but now we're gonna get it fixed, and hopefully we'll be rolling soon. So yeah, fellas, that was That's what's going on with me this week. Mm. I had one company call me yesterday, and then one this morning because they wanted me to haul some of their loads out of the port, and I was tempted. I was tempted. Don't get me wrong. I was tempted. I was tempted of running that truck, but I was a little leery. I was like, oh man, I might end up paying out of pocket if I do this crap. So I might as well just chill out and just relax and get the truck fixed. And then once it's fixed, then we'll go. My wife. Yeah, and by the way, this is not my office. This is my grandkids' playroom. We made a playroom for my grandkids, and yeah, that's my washer and dryer room back there. But yeah, my wife stuck me back here with the computer. So just in case you guys are wondering where the hell is Victor at. So yeah, and then next door right here, that's my garage. So yeah, people, that would be uh that would be where I stand this afternoon with my truck. Let's see who's in the neighborhood. We got Game, we got Soul Child Transportation, we got Cheyenne, Big Tex Trucking. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Appreciate if you guys hit the like button and all that other good stuff. Uh, so yeah, fellas, turbo, turbo is down on my truck, and so anyways, to make matters even worse, I forgot to show you guys this. Well, not to make matters worse. I just kind of figured, okay, this is broken down. Let's get to something else that needs to be replaced on the truck. So, hold on, I'm sorry. Um, so since I'm here fixing this part of the truck, which is the turbo and the actuator, let me show you what else I'm fixing, which is that down there. And that down there would be my leaf springs. So the leaf springs are costing me $750. Each leaf spring is $380. So with taxes and all that, uh, it comes out to $760. Which like I said, I figured. Oh, and here's our total. Here's our total down here, which is $5,006.91. So I figured, since the truck is in the shop, since the truck is gonna be down, I might as well just get to some of the other big stuff that needs to be replaced on the truck, because that truck has the 1.5 spring leaf in the front, and they're cool when they're brand new. You can feel a lot of support, but once they get old, the truck is a 2008. So once the spring leaves get old, and they've been there a while, uh you got to take them out. You got to take them out because you're gonna have alignment problems. Shocks are gonna be going out on you all the time because there's not enough. Oh, excuse me. There's not enough support in the front, so you need to swap. You don't need to, but I'm gonna swap them things out. I am. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you tuning in. Hi, Vic. Really appreciate your videos. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna swap out the spring leaves as well because I don't like the 1.5 spring leaves, which they come out like this, and then right here, the other half just stops. So you have two springs right here, but in the middle is just one bar going across the spring leaf or leaf spring, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna swap them out and put the double spring leaf, which is like this, and it would give it more support on the front. You'll have a smoother ride. Your shocks, you don't have to swap them out as often as you do when you have that 1.5 spring leaf on there. So yeah, the total of my bill for tomorrow, it's already paid. It's gonna be $2,006, $5,006.91. That's what we're paying for the turbo actuator and the two spring leaves. So yeah, that's what's going on, fellas. Uh, don't wish this upon anybody, but stuff happens. If you don't keep your eye open on your truck, stuff like this can happen, and you could be stuck in the middle of the road, like for instance, Big Tex. You don't want to do that. You don't want to get caught up like that. Uh, do your inspections on your truck, especially if you're an owner operator, especially if you're going out there on the road. Do your thorough inspections on your trucks because you're gonna pay out of pocket. All that work that you're doing to make money pulling them loads, practically giving it away when that truck breaks down in the middle of the road. So you don't want to do that, people. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Uh, the situation at hand, which it's not bad. It's not bad. Like I said, we'll be okay by tomorrow. Will I work tomorrow? Probably not. Probably not because you know, you know, you get relaxed at the house and you just don't want to go nowhere no more. You just want to chill out. Well, that's the mode I'm in right now. I'm just like, ah, I'm just gonna kick back. So, if anything, I'll probably go out there Friday. I'll probably work Friday and Saturday, and be all right. It's not. I don't think it'll be a bad paycheck, but that's the kind of mode I'm in right now. I just want to just relax, stay home, kick back, uh, enjoy the kids, enjoy my grandbabies right now. So that's what's going on, fellas. Anybody have any questions? Freightliner questions? Hate to tell you, big text, but Volvo 780. Nice truck. Don't know anything about it though. Yeah, big techs. My specialty is Freightliners, Detroit engines, bro. That's my specialty. That's where I have most of my knowledge in. But anybody have any questions before I leave? Because I'm at 34 minutes and I'm about to bounce. Cheyenne, what gallon air compressor tank you have? Uh, what do I have? I got that. I got that. Let me show you what I got. Take you out to my garage. But don't buy this one, bro. Don't buy this one. You can get this one, the same air pressure at Harbor Freight for a cheaper rate. It's 165. PSI maximum. It's a Craftsman, but like I said, don't buy this one. Go to Harbor Freight. This one will cost you way cheaper, and it does the same thing. Them are my jacks right there, my floor jacks. Yeah, don't buy that one, bro. Don't buy that one. Go to Harbor Freight. It'll be way cheaper. I think that one cost me like $700-800. Bought it from Sears. Um, I just kicked myself in the behind for doing that because seen it at Harbor Freight and it was way cheaper. I am. Hi Victor, really appreciate your video. Okay, just bought a freightliner 2013 DD 13 auto shift. Auto shift I am. Wow. All right. Uh, don't really know what to say about auto shifts because I don't know. Call me old school or whatever, but I don't know how much control you have on that tranny when you're going down the hill. What size is powerful to take off the lug nuts off the tire with the impact gun? What size is powerful to take off the? What size of what? The air compressor? Air compressor. The one I just showed you, 165. The main thing is the fittings. The fittings that you're putting on your gun and on your hose and on the compressor. Remember I did that other video the other day. Buy the what is it? 3/8. Put that on your compressor, on your air line, and on your impact. That fitting, that 3/8 fitting, and you should have enough power. 165 is enough. 165 psi's. Yeah, that's enough. That's no problem. I am. Don't get me wrong, bro. Don't get me wrong. Auto shift, might be good for some people, but it's just not good for me. I like to shift, and I like to have a little bit more control of my truck when I'm going down the hill or when I'm going up the hill. And for what they tell me is, uh, the auto shift is kind of weird. It acts like a car, and it takes its time, And then they say when something goes on the shifting of that truck, that you have to replace the whole tranny, which is tranny costs a pretty penny. So yeah, just good thing. No auto shift is like driving a car. No, I wasn't saying it was like driving. No, I was saying they act like cars, like going down the hill and going up the hill. They. I just don't know. I like to have more control of my truck. It's not a car, so I like to have more control of my truck. I like to be able to downshift. I like to be able to shift when I need to shift, not when the truck feels it needs to shift. They say it saves more fuel. The auto shift. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they say. I hate automatic trucks. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm there, Shy. I'm there. I don't hate them. I just don't. I like to have more control on my truck. That's all. All right, fellas. Well, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm gonna get out of the neighborhood and hope hope I was able to help you guys out. Once again, uh, yes, the fuel needle doesn't move. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. It's not bad. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. Again, keep your eye on your truck. Stuff like what happened to me is is a good example. If you don't keep your eye on your truck, you're gonna end up paying out major. So have a good night, brother. Same to you, bro. Appreciate everybody being in the neighborhood. Before I leave, let me tell you who's in the hood. The game, Soul Child Transportation, Cheyenne 63, Big Tex Trucking, and I am. All right, fellas. You guys be safe out there. We'll see you in our next video, and peace.